Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 11 for R2P Origins, a who, what, when, where, how, and why of everything rehab to perform. After we just recently had our 6-year anniversary, and we're doing 31 videos for the first 31 days of January. In previous episodes, I alluded to the fact that it was very challenging to be in somebody else's environment and to be able to control certain things. When you're a sub-lease type business where you are occupying a small footprint in the confines of a greater entity, it can be very, very challenging with regards to really dictating culture and flow. Culture is one of those things that, we were in a big sports center. We then were in a small sublet space within the gym space there. So certain things we weren't able to do with regards to greeting people, certain things we weren't able to do with regards to just the optics and the visual aspect of people interacting with our brand until they got back to our space. Can't control music, can't control what's on TV, can't control layout. So these are all things that we were really, really excited moving into our first brick and mortar to be able to control. So when I think of some of the small little things that make up our culture now, everything from how people are greeted when they walk in to how things are laid out at the front desk area. Your PTs might be having a certain theme day, in which is dictating the color or the kind of shirt that they might be wearing. We have certain things on the TV, whether or not it's a big sporting event that's going on, or our PowerPoint reels that are featuring certain services, featuring certain people on the team at that facility. You've got music, which people on our team have created certain playlists that we feel like are best suited for a rehab to perform type of environment and type of session, right? A more fitness focused rehab session. We've got our banter board. Shout out to Dr. Cal, Caleb Fatzinger, who is at our Mount Airy location. But now him, Tim, and Dustin have these banner boards that they put on the big whiteboards at their respective facilities, which ask, brain teasers, riddles. They're just funny little things that engage people outside of what's going on in that session. But then you also talk about the ability to just have messaging, right? Little signage on walls, different color combinations, things that are all thoughtful and intentional to provide value to the overall experience. And then when we get into the actual flow, the selection of where certain equipment's going, we're almost creating like these stations, so to speak, to make it easier for if you're doing, say, a lower level session, you're maybe in one area. If you're doing more conditioning, you're in this area. You've got your weights and things that are more supportive of what's going on in that area. And I could say a lot of that honestly came from my experience with the Mike Boyle model. So for me, I was a personal trainer. I had done small group training. Leading up to my time, honestly, when Rehab to Performers started. So even as a PT, my side hustle, so to speak, was doing training in the evening hours. And the place, Sarge Athletics, that I was at, shout outs to Sarge, was utilizing the Boyle model. There was a way for his company, Sarge Athletics, to pay Mike Boyle for almost like this affiliate type of membership, where you could have access to their in-services, webinars, and then other things associated with the business side. So I can say that we got a lot of our inspiration with regards to flow and trying to put your facility in a manner in which best suits the type of service you are trying to provide. So these were all things that we feel have carried with us from opening that first brick and mortar July 2016. They are things that we've refined, they're things we've improved. We're continually changing them even right now. We're gonna have new kind of signage go up in certain areas of the facility that we feel like best aligns with the culture. And even when we talk about the flow as well, there's small tweaks here and there, right? You're always trying to find ways, especially given that each of our locations is laid out a little bit differently, but you're always trying to find ways to deliver best. But thanks for tuning in for episode 11. Stay tuned. As I mentioned, 31 days of January and 31 behind the scenes looks at Rehab to Perform.